we're going live another time in June because I think it'd be so fun to have 300 subscribers. And I may yet still give away a water bottle. I personally had a Duran Music Studio water bottle, and I personally lost it in church. And that was a great disappointment. I would be happy to send one to one of my new subscribers. I thought it would be smart to get on the Duran Music Studio website and put a form up where you could enter your email address. Like, you could enter your address privately so you don't have to put it on the chat. I was able to give one away to my student a long time ago. So at this point, yes, I'm having a grand party. Yes, we can meet.
All right, can you meet at 7:15?
Yes.
7 to 7:45?
7:15 to 7:45. We're going to talk about my party.
All right, so I just need to know who to send the invitations out to because I see something
Nobody.
on the desk. Okay, good. 7 to 17.
We only have birthday parties every 5 years, which makes it a big special occasion. And, okay, this is done with this. I'm going to do it the quicker way on these two. And I'm going to see if I can actually get a reed to sound nice before the rain comes. I hear rain. It's always important to have a reed that plays if you're a bassoon player. So I was thinking about this reed makers class that I'm going to begin next week. And one thing you have to think about is like, what type of sound are you going to make out of your instrument? And that's going to be a little bit affected by your internal sense of what is a great sound and your instrument and this Arundo Donax that we're putting to use. But the other thing that's important is what is your reed going to do for you? Because music is not all about just like one generic sound. You have to connect certain notes, you have to connect some notes to other notes and then separate them from other notes. You have to be able to come in real softly. If you're going to play in an orchestra or in a chamber ensemble, and even just for yourself, like you want some control. Hello, Jacqueline. You want some control over, oh, great question. I sing was the first instrument everybody plays, and I play piano and I play bassoon, so I'm making reeds for my bassoon right now. And then I'm hoping before dinner to get one reed out and play the actual bassoon. And this is, it's going to take, oh, thank you. This is like a, hey, from Nova Scotia. I just asked one of my friends is up there. That seems like the place to be right now. What's the weather like up there? The cross came from Hobby Lobby, and then this was, I think, from Belk's. It's like a special kind of sterling silver. So, yes, encouraging you guys to enjoy your artistry this weekend. And, okay, here we go. All these guys have been, I'm going to wait for after dinner. Please subscribe if you love classical music, acoustic music, respect the ears. If you love the Christian tradition in music and you love newly composed music where people get their creative ideas out. This is my little water holding device for the reeds. they're going to go into this shape from that shape. And so I thought, what better way to, I have not listened to Magma, but I thought this would be motivating for me to like make actual music for people. I wonder, can you like put a link to them in there so I don't forget? I can go back and look at these chats, I believe. Okay, I've been working on these guys. Oh, you played it for a concert. What do you play? My husband's a geologist, and when we talk about magma, I guess he says it. It's like the hot center part of the earth. Oh, how fun. Trombone is wonderful. All right, so this is like, of course, the trombone of the woodwind section. What do trombonists? You want to be a geologist? That's crazy. My husband is a geologist, and he teaches at Bryan College. And sometimes he has me in there he teaches like geophysics sometimes, and then he'll have me in there to talk about the physics acoustics part. Oh, this is very bad. Okay, I've got a micrometer here. Oh, this is so bad. All these back edges here, the murder mystery, are too thick according to this measurements. They should be, if in the middle it is, thank you for going over this bookkeeping with me, it's 0, and then 0, and then 110. All right. Yes, it was nice talking to you too. Definitely subscribe and you'll see more of the geology, classical music things. I'm gonna take a little bit of cane off there, and then I'm going to see what it sounds like. I need a file. Here it is. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Has anybody else played Magma? I'm guessing this is a new piece. I wonder if it is for band or for orchestra. A lot of musicians check in here. And I think it's important that musicians like talk to other people. So here is the test. What is this reed going to sound like? That little adjustment. Hello, Benjamin. Okay, so we are trying to get this reed in shape. Like every artist kind of has to gather the palette, and this reed is not articulating. It won't respond, and nobody likes their musical ideas to just like meet with resistance from the instrument. So we are going to chat about whatever you want to chat about while I adjust this reed. And if you love anything that's classical music, acoustic, in the Christian tradition, original music, That's my favorite topics, and that's what this channel is going to be about. And everybody says, no, it won't grow because that's like too out there. I feel there's a place for this stuff. And you can see on my t-shirt it says more arts in more places. So I just pray that people will value things that are beautiful above just like what they eat, and just be able to enjoy the beauty that God has put on this earth. And something that's fun that you maybe don't know about is there's an event called International Make Music Day on June 21st, where anyone who has any sort of musical inclination at all around the world, is supposed to get out their music and share it with somebody somewhere. So it's a perfect excuse to enjoy some music or to make some music of your own if you've been gifted that way. And maybe this will be the reed that plays for that event. I teach piano and guitar and bassoon and composing lessons. I'm writing a little cantata for some young musicians now, and I'm picturing it as they learn how to play new things on their instruments. I like put it into the composition. It's so fun. And I've got this part now where I'm calling it free play, where they can basically like play one melody line, but they're going to choose when they play it. So I won't fully be in charge of how it sounds. They're going to have to use their discretion about it, and I'm interested to see how many rehearsals it takes before that gels. It's a little bit of a crossover between jazz and classical music. And I do always listen to jazz on Fridays. It's somewhat of a relaxing thing, even though it tends to be amplified and not acoustic. It is very creative as an art form. It's definitely an American institution, and it's kind of relaxing to have something that doesn't need to be quite as precise, and where like the creative moment is valued. All right. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to work on that part. You probably wish you could see what I was doing, but you will hear it, and you will find the sound of this instrument quite amazing. I love to have lives going on while I'm working on reeds, because I can find out what other people are doing all day long. And I hear this big threatening thunderstorm has kind of passed over us. Hey, Addie. I am creating something to create something with. I'm creating a good reed to make a good sound with. And then next week, I'm going to teach other kids how to do this for the bassoon. Then tune in for International Make Music Day. If you subscribe, I'll send out a notification. June 21st, everyone around the world is supposed to be making music. So don't say you haven't. Your brother plays an instrument. That's so cool. Google must know that. You have to tell him that you saw one on YouTube. That'd be fun. Do you play something? Does he make his own reeds? It is quite the chore. they're still a little too resistant. And I can't tell if it's because the tip or the back. But I can use this guy. It looks kind of like a clock, but it's not. It's so precise. It's telling me micrometers. 20 and 40 in the middle, 35. Okay, then I have to go out to the side and measure it. Okay, I think I see what the problem is. There's this part over here that is too thick. So we got two choices. We can either do the knife or the sandpaper. Or the file. I'm getting quite hungry for my supper. I cannot exist on art alone, so I think I'm going to use the knife and see if it goes quicker. When I listen back to these, I can actually hear the sound of the knife. Can you guys hear the sound of the knife? And I can make this almost into a little musical exercise as well if I just count and have a tune going in my head. Okay. I'm going to put a famous classical tune in my head. And then I'm going to use that same phrase and go over onto the other side. I hope this will be the best reed I ever played on. Alright, sounds lively. Let's see if it's a little less resistant. See, right there, it doesn't want to just like speak the note. And it's very frustrating for the young bassoonist like me because I'm waiting for the note to come out. And unless I adjust this thing, the note is not going to come out. I can hear it in my head, but this thing has to be fixed. This should be step one. This should have been done like a month ago. It takes me a good long time. But somehow God has always supplied me with something to play every single concert, so should I not be grateful? I think I should be grateful. I've often thought, like, wouldn't it be interesting if I could grow this? I have a friend who's going to start working for Equipping Farmers International, and I realized, like, we are so dependent on growing stuff, you know? There's a real trick to gardening, and every different place grows different things. My area is not particularly known for no, you cannot, whatever that is, that should be removed. So sometimes I've heard of people growing strawberries around here. Nobody that I know of has been able to grow a rhododendron axe. This piece of cane that bassonists use, and oboists use, and clarinetists use. It's only grown in southern France. So if we could grow it somewhere else, it would be happy. I think it makes this instrument kind of an international instrument naturally. It was invented between like Italy and Germany. And it was a great addition to the possibilities of playing. All right, let's see if it's willing a little more chance to vibrate. I've never seen this before, but it says very bad connection. Maybe I should let this go.